Hello, I'm Jessica. Thank you for joining me and welcome to your workout for today. We are going to be doing some seated abs, no equipment besides your chair. Grab some water, make sure that you are subscribed so that you do not miss our future workouts. And other than that, you'll be all set up and we're gonna get moving right now. Very good, nice, easy, quick setup today. We're going to roll right into the warm-up and from there we'll just ease smoothly on into the workout. Take your hands in between the knees and the hips on the thighs, fingertips point in, and I want you to draw a nice good deep breath in, shoulders all the way out of the ears. Don't arch the back, but just inhale, take the spine nice and long. And then on this exhale, arch the back, let the shoulders roll forward, chin tucks, pull those abs in. We're gonna work with our breath here. You find a comfortable position where you have space to move. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck and pull those abs in. Inhale. And exhale. Make sure that you are feeling engagement through those core muscles already so you can feel them warming up and working. We have this nice movement through the spine, stretching out through the low back, making sure that that's ready for the work today as well. Exhale, pull those abs in. Inhale. It's going to be a different pace for everyone. Don't speed it up or slow it down. Exhale. We'll take one more of each. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck. Beautiful job. Slide those hands closer up to the thighs and we're gonna bring the body around in this nice circle. It is the same exact thing here. So imagine yourself lengthening forward and then tucking and pulling those abs in on the way as you scoop to the back and to the side. So giving those abs a nice pull in, so you're bracing them and you're giving them a good squeeze here. Heavy in the hips, the whole entire circle through. So as you're leaning off to one side, that opposite hip is nice and heavy. We want to keep you in your chair. Very good here. Now just take note of which direction you are going, clockwise or counterclockwise, so that when we go back, you can go the opposite direction. Bring it to the back. Lengthen up and exhale back. Inhale, exhale, little bit quicker pace here. Smaller movement, focusing more on the squeezing rather than the lengthening. We're engaging these core muscles nice and strong here. And then we'll lift it on up. Reach the left hand down for the floor. Right arm reaches all the way up and I want you to kind of push the rib cage towards the right side and lengthen this right arm off of the body. You do not have to bend far. You just need to reach to open up those side muscles. Hug those abs in. I'm going to remind you a lot today. Take it to the other side. To pull in and squeeze those abs. Lengthen through this left hand. You do not have to come farther down, just come farther out. Bring it on up. Hands to the thighs again, somewhere in the middle. You'll find a comfortable placement and take your circles in the opposite direction. It gets really easy to get passive with these movements. And even here in our warm-up, you could just be going in a nice circle. I want to challenge you today to always be finding the work, looking for the engagement through those abs. Very strong mind-muscle connection here. Feel those abs working, feel them pulling in and tightening, and feel them toning up and getting nice and strong. Another key element to today's workout is I want you to also be very aware of what's happening through your low back and through your hips. We are not going to push through any pain or discomfort. I've designed this workout to be very low back friendly, but some days it's just not going to work. We've all had those days where no matter how badly you want it, it just doesn't work. So if it doesn't feel right for you today, please do not force it. Just go ahead and pick a different workout, maybe a back stretch video, and come back to this. It'll always be here on a day where it feels a little bit safer for you. Arms off of the shoulders or to the rib cage, wherever you feel good, and we're gonna push off to the right, pull back in, nice and tall, good posture here. Stop in the center. So I don't want you going all the way from right to the left because I don't want you to be able to build up any momentum here. And then the move starts to get too big to control and we end up hurting ourselves. So we're only going to the right. Very good. Left hip is still nice and heavy here. Let's do 2 more on the right side. You might be getting warm in those shoulders too. Make sure that they're not scrunching into the ears. They're still nice and long. Last one, that might have been a bonus one. Reach it off to the left and pull back in. Do not rush through this. Feel those side muscles working. Feel those front abs squeezing in. Straight off the body. Rib cage right over the hips. You've got this. You should definitely be feeling some work in this one, especially engaging through those abs. If the arms are getting tired, you can take it to the ribs, but I want you to be aware that you are sliding out, not leaning down. So make sure that you're coming out and in. You can even tuck them here. Make sure that that left arm isn't dropping. If it's dropping, you're leaning. You just fix it. We have a few more. Right into the center. Right back here. Beautiful. Wiggle it out a little bit. Now I want you to give me a shimmy side to side. Very small here. Squeeze those abs. Sit nice and tall. So the rib cage really isn't going any further past the hip. It's a very small movement. Squeeze those abs, so you should definitely feel the side muscles working through there. Commonly referred to as the muffin top area. I am not fond of that terminology. We do not need to equate any parts of our bodies to a food in a negative way, but working on these nice obliques here, these nice side muscles. Bring it to the center, and again, turn those hands in. Tall and arch it back. Get forward in your chair a little bit if you need a little more room. As we tuck back, those abs pull in. We're not going for a big movement, we're just going for a squeeze here. So imagine the rib cage kind of pushing down towards the hips and then lifting back to a nice seated posture. Good, so we're kind of doing some seated crunches here. You can even take those arms here if it helps, but I don't recommend putting the fingertips on the ears because it gets really easy to start pulling that neck forward and you might not even realize you're doing it. Crunch, pull those abs in. We don't want to push them out. I have yet to hear anyone say, wow, I wish my abs hung out further. It's a corset. Pull it in, tighten it in, weave those abs together nice and strong. Pull in the abdominal wall, give it a squeeze here. So we're kind of in this crunching position. Low back feels nice and safe. You don't have to crunch really far. You can even sit up here all the way at the top. Squeeze those abs is the point. March one knee up at a time. If you feel yourself pulling and leaning back from the knee, you're lifting the knee too high. You do not have to lift it very much here at all. If you are squeezing those abs, you will very quickly feel this work. You've got it. Whatever you need to do to keep the neck nice and tall. You can reach those arms forward if it helps you maintain that crunch. Even as you get tired here, do not lose the engagement through that core. Beautiful job. One more each side. Take it down, sit it on it. Today is a no repeat workout. So the exercises that you see here today, you do not have to do them again. This time we are bending down for the floor. So right fingertips reach on down, pull it up. Don't lean far over to the left. Try to stop dead center. You notice that as I'm coming down, my shoulders are staying level. I'm not twisting towards the floor. As far as you can reach down, you can. Don't have to go far. Lean, pause, pull. Lean, pause, pull. Repeat that to yourself a couple times here just to keep your pacing accurate. I'm gonna give you a progression here to add in a right leg lift and lower. That's going to make this a good deal more difficult. You can skip it if you would like. We only have a few more. You just will not be able to push as much with that footing into the floor. It'll require more core work to bring yourself back up. Let's go to the opposite side, on down. My brain went straight to that progression. Lean, pause, lift. Lean, pause, lift. Go ahead, just repeat that to yourself if you need help slowing down that tempo. Again, my shoulders are level, abs are working. I am not pulling on my neck. These hands are just guides to show me which pathway of movement I'm sending my body in. Abs hug in, low back. How is that feeling? Hopefully nice and strong. Working to keep you stable, but not uncomfortable and in pain. Keep going here. Progression is an option. It's a get to, not a have to. So if it's just not right for you today, you can skip it. Lean. As you come back up, lower that leg. Little bit of hip work in there for you today too. We don't often think about these hips as being part of the core, but there is a very strong relationship there in keeping the body stable and balanced. The hips kind of control these lower limbs, and they are the connector between the legs and the core. So it's nice to keep them nice and strong too. It will help. Nice strong hips are proven to help reduce your fall risk. Bring it up. Very good. We're going to go ahead, hacky sack here. So widen your stance, bring the foot up. You do not have to touch. All you need to focus on here is pulling those abs in, giving them a good squeeze, and reaching over towards the foot. So a little bit of that hip strength, a small rotation through the body. You can take the hands higher. If you would like to increase the intensity, keeping them lower will be a little bit less cardiovascular demand. Gauge your work. You can see I'm not going fast because I'm giving myself a good opportunity to rush through those abs. Cardio is great It's not what we're here for today. We are here for ab work, so slow it down. Beautiful job. Hang in here. You are doing an amazing job. Pull those abs in. I kind of caught myself leaning back there. Stay nice and tall. If you're scooping back as you're moving, just decrease your movement a little bit less. You'll still have the core work. If you back away from it, you're going to be losing it. So it's better to decrease the movement and actually find the work than do this whole big movement and not get any of it. Beautiful. Hands to the hips. Go ahead. We're going to check in with the low back here real quick. Give it a nice good release. Kind of pull the shoulders back. Roll that chest forward. When you get down towards the floor, you just roll the spine back up. Kind of think about creating this wave through the spine, working our way from the top vertebra down to the bottom, easing it forward, bringing the bottom up. Good. This doesn't just have to be for the low back here. On this pull up, you can scoop and hug those abs in and give them a nice squeeze. Stretch them here. You are doing an amazing job. Roll it on up. And then we will go ahead and take these hands here to the front. Back to that ab work. We're gonna push down and up. Use your legs to assist you here. So the movement, I don't want you giving CPR. It's not coming from the arms. Lower and lift, tightening the core here the whole time. So you can do this without any arms. We're just bringing that pathway with a visual. Make sure that those legs are helping so the low back is not doing all of the lowering and lifting. Push those feet into the floor. Smaller movement if you need to. You can even just take this forward and back. Squeeze those abs in. Beautiful job here. Keep it nice and steady. Again, make sure you're not just pumping the arms. Coming from the core, core pulled in. And bring it on up. Send those hips to the front of your chair just slightly. You can rest the hands on the back of it. I'm gonna give you the harder version first. So knees pull in and out. Less of a kick there, up and down. Using good posture the whole movement through. Option here for a modification, tap the toes and march. So if you were to see me working from the side here, I'm leaned back, have my hands on the chair for support if I'm taking the progression. Abs are pulling in, I'm not slouching and I'm not overly arched. Leaning back is engaging my core. Moving these legs is recruiting those hips for strength and definitely working into those low abs. Pull those abs in. Whether you are working on the modification or the progression, either way, there is a lot of work here, no doubt. Very good. Set that on down. Take those hips back in the chair. We're gonna draw those arms all the way up. Nice, good deep breath in. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lengthen. So again, I want you to kind of visually picture rib cage crunching down. Pull those abs in, arms up. So we're using a little bit of this lever from these arms to add a little bit of weight. Tuck and lengthen. When you lengthen, you are not arching or rolling back. You're simply coming forward to a straight body. Arms can be out in the front a little bit, that's okay. And then option here to march those legs in and get those lower abs and hips involved again. Pull those abs in. Don't lose your work. I know that it gets to be really tough. We get tired. Even if you are taking a modification or you're making a smaller movement, or maybe doing every other one is a good option. Just don't stop. You can pull back from it a little bit, but don't give up, don't quit. You've got this. Let's take one more each leg. Finish out this set. Beautiful job there. Amazing. Take those legs nice and wide again. And we'll go ahead and bring those fingertips again up to the ears, but not connecting, so that way we cannot pull on the neck. Alternating here. Knee lift, just turn that elbow towards the knee. So we're not trying to get them to touch. We're not scooping down and pulling the leg up and doing funky stuff in the body. Rotating to the side, putting the leg down, dead stop in the center. So we're not building momentum. If you find that you're kind of here in a jogging, running pace, slow it down, stop. Make sure that you're not leaning back. Good. If the fingertips find their way to the ears, make sure to disconnect them. Or if you do like them in that placement, you are not pulling the neck forward. We're not trying to create new problems today. Pull those abs in on that twist. I find that it's good to take a breath in here, and then on the exhale, pushing air out of the lungs makes twisting movements a little bit more comfortable. Working with your breath will also help you keep a slow pace. Hug those abs in. Beautiful. Let's take one more each side. We'll go to this direction. Beautiful job. Roll those shoulders. They might be feeling a little bit of tension creeping in from that work. Side to side here. Nice and easy. Just check in, forward and back. See how it's all feeling. Arms out to the sides, feet nice and wide. Good deep breath in. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, open. You do not have to touch. Do not force yourself into a bigger movement. If it is not comfortable, you can come right to the center of the chair and lift. So again, we're kind of coming down in that crunching movement, hugging those abs in and lifting. Use those legs for help. Modification here to the center. So smaller movement. Whatever works for you, because trust me, there is plenty of work with both. I will never sell you short on any work. Beautiful. Hang in here. Beautiful. I know, we're almost there. We are almost there. We're not gonna stop, but we will just gently slide into that cool down and get ourselves feeling nice and stretched out. Last one here. Awesome job. Roll the shoulders. And then let's inhale, take those arms all the way up. Exhale, scoop them off to the right. Reach it forward. and lift. Good deep breath in. Exhale to the left. Bring it to the center. Inhale up. You should feel your abs working here. Inhale. Exhale on the roll. Inhale on the lift. Hips stay in your chair. Make sure that they are still nice and heavy. You do not have to come down as far as I am. If you would prefer a tighter circle, that is a-okay. We'll do one more to each side. Lift. Last one here. To the left. Lift. Drop them down. Go ahead. Lengthen the body tall. Send those shoulders back. Take those hands to the thighs. Let's go back to that wave. Dive it forward. Roll it up. Little less involved in through the core this time. Focus more on being nice and fluid and releasing through that low back. Let your breath cool. Let it slow down. Heart rate comes down nice and easy as well. Very, very good. Step the right leg on up and over, and we'll just gently grab with the left hand. Inhale, draw yourself nice and tall. Exhale, pushing against that leg, not the knee, the leg to the right. And then we'll step this right leg off to the side. Rest the right arm there and draw this left arm all the way up and over. Reach it across again as you push the rib cage out just a little bit. I know everybody's flexibility is a little bit different, but try to keep that bicep over the ear. And then we'll bring that back up. Step the right leg in, left leg over the top. Right hand reaches over to the leg, not the knee. Inhale, draw up length. Exhale, find that twist. Only as big as is comfortable. And then step that left leg off to the side. Left forearm reaches to the thigh. Inhale, draw this right arm up. Kick the rib cage out a little bit. Reach it on up and over. Lengthen through those abs. Trying to keep the bicep over the ear. We're not rolling towards the floor. Bring it on up. Shoulder rolls here. Beautiful job today. Nice, quick little workout for the abs. I love no repeat workouts because if you hated something, you only had to do it once, but I really do hope that you loved this workout and that you feel those abs getting nice and strong. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Until our next workout, please take good care of yourself and I will see you again soon.